Hi everybody, it's Sabrina aka Serena, and I'm back this week with another crochet video. This week I decided to gather some smaller crochet projects I either want to make for myself or to stock in my shop, and instead of randomly picking them myself, I decided to put them all in a jar and have this pick for me. Let's see what we get. Ooh, I'm actually happy about this. A checkered bucket hat. Haven't made one before, but I was looking forward to this one on the list. So now let's go pick some colors. All right, we're back. And this is how much of the checkered beanie I've made with honestly, it looks pink. I guess with like the peach colors, a light peach and a dark peach. So this is the progress I made last night, and it is currently 8 p.m. on Monday. So I'm going to start to continue this project. So I ideally would like to finish this tonight so I can draw another random crochet project tonight or tomorrow. I'm currently using It's Erin B's checkered bucket hat tutorial, and I think I continue on with this until I get to where I want the brim. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, it's 9 p.m. on Monday with the checkered hat, and we're ready to start on the brim. Okay, now we're on day 3 technically. It's Tuesday after work. I've already worked out and I have some time to crochet. So last night we didn't finish this like I had wanted to. And then I was starting to realize that I want to make this brim wavy, and the tutorial I was following, she was not doing a wavy brim, and I didn't realize how much it was going to bother me. So now I have to frog probably 2 or 3 rows of color work to start over on the brim so it's wavy like I want. Alright, let's see, tonight's Wednesday the 10th, it's 8 p.m. So I guess technically, oh god, are we already 4 days into this challenge? Well, either way, I finished my first project last night. I finally finished this checkered bucket hat. I had a little bit of a delay because I wanted to redo the brim to do some ruffles, but I'm glad I did because I really like the bucket hat with ruffles a lot more, and I am definitely going to be taking photos of this and putting it in my shop after this. But now it is time to pick my next project and pick out the colors and hopefully get that started for tonight. And some of these projects are kind of bigger than others, so let's just see what I get. I got one. Uh-oh. Oh! Another small one. I drew the Lemon Drop Bandana. The Lemon Drop Bandana is a pattern by Mrs. Moon in Heaven, but it is older, so I'm not sure if it's still on her site or not, because she redid the halter top that it was kind of a combo with and renamed that pattern. But if it's still available, I will link that pattern below. So yeah, let's go pick some colors for it. So it took me about 30 minutes to decide on the color, and honestly I still keep going back and forth. That's the hardest thing for me to pick, is a yarn and color. And I should do a color randomizing challenge next to have that choice just taken from me. But I think I'm going to use this ball of KC cotton yarn that I used to make a top for myself. I think it's technically a size 3, but I compared it to my other size 4 cotton yarns and it seems the same thickness to me. So we're gonna try to work it up in this. Alright, now we're on day, what of the challenge again? Today's Friday, like 4:30 p.m. I didn't work today, but I was busy all day with some appointments and things, so I haven't had time to crochet. But yesterday we finished this bandana. It was called the Lemon Drop bandana, and instead of like doing 5 double crochets to make a shell, it does the shell in a different way and kind of gives it more of a ruffle pattern. So we're gonna draw another project out of the bucket. The third project of the week. I drew cow print bucket hat. Hopefully I can find a good pattern for this. I think I'll be able to find one. If not, I guess worst comes to worst, I think there's some sellers that have a pattern for it on Etsy. Oh gosh, I don't know. Can I finish that all tonight? Maybe. I would like to have at least had 3 or 4 finished products, but I don't know. Let's see. Alright, so I finished the cow print beanie and I'm very happy with it. Ends tucked in and everything. The only thing is, today's Wednesday, so we're a week and a half into the challenge now. I've only completed 3 projects, so I'm going to extend the challenge. I wanted to keep it a week, but let's do longer so I can make some more things. And let's pick our next thing. I was really looking forward to making this one, and it's a granny square bucket hat. So bucket hat is very on trend for this video. This would be the 3rd bucket hat I make, but I'm excited to make it, and depending how I feel about it after. I think I want to keep the next bucket hat I make, but I'm going to put this cow print bucket hat up for sale in my shops.
1 week later.
Alright, so since I drew the granny square bucket hat, that was, I think I drew it last Wednesday, and now today is Tuesday, so almost a week later. I only have one granny square done out of the granny square bucket hat. I'm following a pattern I found on Etsy that I'll link below. But yeah, I guess 5 of these is hopefully about the circumference of a human head. I guess I should take some measurements because the pattern did not include a gauge. But I'm really liking I think this is called the Sunburst granny square. I'm obsessed. I really like this. Time to tie this one off. Yes, I've already finished the first Twilight movie tonight, and I think I'm going to find another movie to watch while I start the third Sunburst granny square.
Several days later.
Okay, so I just finished last night this granny square starburst hat. I really like the way it looks, but as you can tell, it came out a little big. The pattern did not have a gauge on it, so it came out a little big. I don't think I'm gonna be selling this one just because if I redid this pattern, I think I would want to use a smaller hook size to get it a little more snug. And it's April 27th, so this challenge has turned into a 1 week challenge to a month of April challenge. So let's pick our final and last project I can hopefully finish this weekend, since I think Tuesday is the end of April. I'm scared. It better be a little one. A granny stitch bandana? Another bandana? Because what if I make that? Like, they don't take that long. Let's do a bonus. I might not get to the bonus. Another bucket hat too. I'm not picking the ones I necessarily were hoping for. This is a spiral bucket hat and then a granny stitch bandana I drew. So the bandana I'll do first, and I'm gonna go pick those colors really quickly. Guess I have to go home, drive home. Maybe been crocheting for about an hour. This is only a 2-hour road trip to see my family, but this is how much I've done. I wasn't really sure of the color. I was wondering if it was too loud and if I should have done a solid color between, but we're just gonna keep going to complete this granny square bandana.
3 days later.
This is what it looks like in my hair. Very cute, very summertime. I think I'll be listing this one in my shop. The second item I drew after this was the spiral bucket hat, which I got a head start on. I'm a little confused with the video, so I need to sit down and figure it out, or I could have gotten farther. But this will be the last project of this series, of this challenge, because tomorrow's the end of April. So I am challenging myself to finish this by tomorrow night so that I've finished 5 random projects, but I'm really liking these colors on camera. And finally, after a month of crocheting and 14 days of editing on and off, I finally completed my 5 crochet projects I picked from random drawings. The peach colored checkered bucket hat with slight ruffles, it will be in my shop. The cow print bucket hat will also be in my shops. I ended up using just a generic bucket hat pattern and doing the spots my own way, which I ended up being really proud of myself and happy I did that. This green bandana will also be in my shop, and this one I'm keeping for myself for now. I'm not sure if the fit is good enough to be sold to the public just because it's kind of baggy. Like I said, I would use a smaller hook size next time I made that. This rainbow bandana, granny stitch bandana will be in my shop, as well as the spiral orange and purple bucket hat. The inspiration for the colors were actually from my favorite childhood video game, Spyro, since he is a purple dragon with orange accents. Thanks for hanging out, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!